There we go. Sorry for that. Welcome, guys. Welcome to a new stream. I was muted indeed. Here we go. We are live. So, second stream of the day. We had a stream already in our Discord. We are preparing right now. A lot of guys entered a new position here. We are in a USD Australian dollar against US dollar position. We entered already from a weekly analysis. If you guys want to join the Discord for free, you can join. We have the weekly analysis every week for everyone. There was this trade as well. We talked about the Australian dollar against the US dollar. We are right now in a position here. Our stop loss is secured. We are right now waiting for it to play out. Apparently, we have some news coming out for the Australian dollar as well, where it says the CPI for the Australian dollar should be out anytime soon. I don't know why it's flickering like that. Anyways, we're gonna wait for that reaction here. We are in a position whatsoever. If it happens to be lower, which I do expect, like it was with British pound, with the euro, with the dollar, right? It was all pretty much as expected, if not exactly the same here. So it should be good. Let me know if the sound is good right now. Let me know. Okay, it's good. Okay, perfect. Australian CPI is tomorrow? Really? Okay, it could be. Is it tomorrow? Why does it say today? That's very interesting. Okay, anyways. If it's tomorrow, it doesn't really matter because we are in position regardless here. Another one is gold. Gold is interesting. We're looking at gold right here. Okay, what I'm aiming for is I'm aiming right now for the Asian lows here. This is a position that I just actually entered for you guys, so you guys know exactly what I'm doing here. I'm looking forward to take out these lows here. I do expect the dollar to make some move here. We have been looking very strong right now, at least in the short term. We closed a very strong 4-hour candle. We are building an insane amount of liquidity right now to the upside here. Look at that trend. And whenever I say I like trends in general, right? However, when a trend like this is too clean, too clear, too straight, too sharp, I tend to see it as liquidity. I tend to see it as something that they want to take out either during a news event or they're preparing for a short-term reversal, in my opinion here. So what I want to see is actually breaking it very shortly. And therefore, when it breaks, coming back up to fill up some of that imbalance here, tapping in towards the zone. Of course, there's a long way to go. We're not just going to get there in a second. But I want to see this getting broken at this particular moment. I just want to see this happen right here. So let's go to lower time frame. We have been coming in that zone. We tapped into this range. We came back higher. If you look on the 1 hour, you can see clearly that we bounced from this particular zone as well. We bounced from this range and now we are up onto this zone right here. And what do we do here? We have a short-term small trend right now getting created. Also building some stop losses above that area. Overall, I think we're looking relatively strong here since the London session right now. So the question is, are we going to go up? Are we going to go down? We have to see in short term what the conclusion will be. We actually bounced back from a breaker block right here, okay, for the retest, and now we are somewhat in the middle here. So we are making moves, and I think this is a very good sign here. If you guys like what I do, if you guys like the live streams, if you guys like the video, we're trying to up the quality a little bit more. We're gonna release a bunch of new videos very shortly. A lot of strategic videos are gonna come to my YouTube channel now. I started with a foundation. I started with some motivation for 2023. But I think this is the moment right now to make a difference truly. And to really start building right now the content. And a lot of content on our YouTube. A lot of strategic content. A lot of things that you can take in consideration, that you can learn from, that you can use to take your trading to the next level, alright? We start with one new liquidity scalping strategy I've been already talking about for a long time. We have been doing this on YouTube a long time, but I do believe, I really do believe that it's an amazing strategy that you can use. You already know the strategy, but I made some adjustments here for you to make it super clear in how to enter your strategy when to enter, when not to enter, and how to manage your position. So looking forward to share this week. Gonna be a good video. If you like what I do, then please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel as well. If you are new, I expect a lot of people watching. We have a lot of, you know, daily followers, people that following us on a regular basis, which I prefer, because if we do live trade together, not every day is going to be rainbow and sunshine. Most of the time, yes, but not every single day. Not every single day the market is not how I like the market to be. But I know for the people that come and be here for a while already, or are there for let's say the last couple of weeks / months, we make money regardless. That's the whole idea here, and that's how it should be. Besides that, this year has been pretty good so far. We have been actively managed. We had some break-even positions, but not really any like significant losses whatsoever yet. So this is quite interesting. Alex says, you are an institutional trader or retail trader. I am both. I'm both. All right. So I trade smart money. I trade retail. I trade trend. Okay. So that's a very good point, my man, Alex. Before we continue here, this is a very good point. So let me explain this. I started out as a retail trader, only retail patterns, charts, whatever it is. Then I started out only as a smart money concepts trader. I did that for a while. Then I decided, what if I just combine both? And the conclusion was that combining both for me worked the best. So that's why I created hybrid strategies that I use. So I use supply and demand as a base foundation. I use liquidity as a base foundation. But besides that, I use support and resistance as well. I use trend lines as well. I use breakouts as well. So it's a combination of both, and you will exactly know what I mean here when you see me trading for a while, and you understand exactly what I do here. So what is my we're gonna go over the charts in a second here. I just quickly want to go over the people in the community right now. Who do we have in the building today? AU is already in setup, correct. AU is already in the setup here. If you were in the Discord, you should have had this message. You should have watched the weekly analysis. If not, you can join our Discord for free. Every week, I make a weekly analysis right here where you can find all the information. It's a Loom video. Literally, I go over the whole market. These are the setups we're looking for this week, and so on and so on. When they play out, they play out. When they not play out, all right, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen?
Welcome to the weekly analysis of the Limitless Trading Academy. Today is Sunday, the 23rd of January already. Time is absolutely flying.
Anyways, you will find it there. You will find it there. All right, so let's see what you have in the building right now. Let's have a little sneak peek right here. Benson, my man, what's up? Great to have you back. Great to have you here, my friend. Signy Musta Pizza, all right. Johnny, be good. Ryan. It's the best team, Limitless fam, I've been part of, analyzing, executing together, and the kudos. Thank you, my man. Appreciate that, brother. Zaki Curry 4K, what's up? Welcome back as well. As Erika, welcome back. Benjamin, what's up? Raz. Many of the guys from the V2 as well. Arnold, Soulcatcher, Wade. Yes. Jay Bowman. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Alex, what's up, brother? Raz, Rondo. Can you show your entry on the Australian dollar, US dollar? Yes. What prop firm are you using for now? What account size? I'm not really using a prop firm. We are in a verification phase for a challenge for the community. I can show you some more information regarding this. We are almost done with this as well. And the reason why is because if people want to see that we're legit, we need to always, of course, show a lead by example. So we have a prop firm accountability mentorship, which is going to start this week. And therefore, we always want to give the right example here, but I can show you some more information about it as well. Anna, good morning. Good to see you in a while. Great to have you here. Twitcher broadcast doing good. AKA my man, yes. How do you trade? Do you use prop firm? Bjorn Bertrand, nice. So what I work with 3 different portfolios. That's the most important for me. I have a swing trade portfolio, I have a day trading portfolio, and I have a scalping portfolio. And the reason why I manage these individually is because I prefer this over my portfolio. I like to change up the risk management for these particular setups. So I have completely different approaches for every portfolio here. The most what I use is actually the swing trade and the scalping. And sometimes the scalps turn into bigger trades over time when things are going into my direction. I leave like a percentage running, and that keeps running for a while, and that can turn into a bigger trade. That's sometimes how I play the market. So usually scalping and swing trading. And the reason why I swing trade a lot is because I do think this is the best way to grow a bigger portfolio, because I do think that with an understanding or a good solid understanding of the fundamentals, macro, TA, you can get far and you can make a significant amount of money without having to spend too much time observing and looking at the charts. And whereas scalps are very good for YouTube, for you guys, because we can execute a lot of trades together in a quick manner. That's why I do believe that scalping is the best way for YouTube. Day trading is the best way for the trading academy, doing it together. That's why we created all of these particular setups here. And swing trading, if people are interested in that, then reach out to me on Discord as well. I haven't really talked or tapped into that much, to be honest. But to give you one example, and I have mentioned this for a very long time here. For example, we entered gold at 1620 when we were constantly saying, the community, that we were going to go for a liquidity grab here. We're going to take out all the liquidity that's underneath here. We're going to take it out. I even made a video about, is this the reversal for gold? That was the reversal for gold. This was in October, the end of October. And let me show you guys something real quick before we start trading. And this is super important. We made a video a couple months ago where we were talking about that particular concept of gold potentially reversing here. So is the gold reversal coming close? This was 23rd of October 2022. We were talking about it.
Triggered by their growing tensions with the United States is only a temporary change, or whether it forms a broader paradigm.
Anyways, this is what we were talking about. We were talking about the reversal. You can call it back here. Well, that was when we were right here taking out the liquidity, tapping into this 3 daily weekly area of demand here between the 70.5 and 79%, and we reversed from there. And this is the way you can do it. And the reason why I like it so much, because you can literally risk, if you understand the TA, you understand the higher time frame very well, the fundamentals, you can literally start looking and you can risk between 5 or 10% of your portfolio with a massive stop loss, obviously. Well, this is the way I like to trade here. And I think it's very, very beneficial. So we're going to talk about swing trading later on. If you guys are actually interested in it. If not, let me know. Then I know this particularly as well. For now, what do I think? What I'm aiming for today in this session with you guys. At this particular moment, I see that gold tapped into that zone. We're still holding. Okay, we're still holding. So we have to take that in consideration here. I do believe that if the New York opens right here, then I think that the New York potentially can take out, you know, the London and the Asian lows in this case as well as the dollar coming back up a little bit more right now, tapping into one of these areas here. I could be wrong here. This is what I'm aiming for gold. We're still stagnating right now a little bit. I'm not going to risk it. We have a very wide stop loss. It's pretty much a one-to-one scalp here. But overall, I do believe that I'm aiming for the Asian lows in this particular session. Look at this particular chart here. I will get more comfortable when we break this particular zone at the 1934.7. That will give me a confirmation for sure that I do like it, because we now are underneath the previous weekly high already. And we have taken out a lot of liquidity on the upside already. So both very good. Then there is another trade. We are not done yet. Okay, we're talking about the indices right here, and that is of course what we're seeing right now with the US 30. Okay, the US 30, very important. And what do we see right now for the US 30? we're seeing right here. Very important. This area of supply, look at that. Look at this equal lows here. Look at this equal lows there. There is a lot of liquidity built up underneath the indices right here. Okay? Extremely, extremely important. Again, fundamentals. What happened here? First of all, 10,000 jobs gone, Microsoft. Alright? Google, 12,000, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of big companies are preparing themselves for a recession. Okay? Besides that, we reached the debt limit. There is a cap right now of $31.2 trillion in the United States. They're seemingly telling them that they're not going to increase that cap, which is a big problem. Because if they do increase it, they can print more money. If not, it will be devastating for the liquidity pool. Okay? So this is going to have a big problem, and this could have a massive effect on the indices as well as, from a technical standpoint, we're looking at the VIX. And the VIX is the volatility index. We know that, we have been talking about it already many times here. When the VIX goes down, indices go up, usually. And when the VIX goes up, indices go down, usually, okay? Usually, keep in mind, not always. There is a relatively strong correlation here. So what happened? We took out the liquidity underneath. We tapped into this zone. Strong area of demand right here. Very, very clear. Drop base ready to the upside, area of demand right here. We tapped into that zone. And this is all on the daily. Alright, so do take that in consideration. We came back up, and what did we do? We created a massive reaction to the upside. Right now, what it's looking at? Well, I think that we're going to come down a little bit. And I do believe that we can test potentially this zone. If we tap into this zone, and there is a strong negative correlation between the indices and this zone, and we come down here with the VIX, okay? Then what could happen with the US30? In regards to the US30, let me get this sorted for you guys right here. So what can happen with the US30? US30 can come up. Okay? Let's look at the US30 from a technical standpoint right now. So what did we see first? We saw on the daily a rejection. What happened? We took out all of these highs. Beautiful. Highs taken out. We tapped into this zone, this area of consolidation. This was the last area of consolidation before we saw an expansion to the downside. Significantly. We're right now trying to come up here. What happened? We tapped into that daily zone. Beautiful. What happened after that? We were building liquidity underneath that we took out. After that tap here. That's done. It left us with equal lows here. Equal lows right there. We started to consolidate. More equal lows there. Underneath. A lot of liquidity underneath this zone here. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. What do we see here? Equal lows here. What do we see underneath these equal lows? Or above these, underneath these equal lows? Imbalance as well. So we have a zone that I think is very appealing, very interesting. And I do believe that at some point we can try to take out these lows here. The question is, what we're trying right now is, are we gonna catch the top? Are we gonna try to catch it right here? Is this gonna be that zone that we need to look out for? Or are we potentially, making some more moves already to the downside right now at this specific moment? After we trying to kind of tap into this range. And now we're seeing that rejection from this particular area. That's the question here. Okay, and this is what we're going to find out very shortly. But I do believe with the VIX potentially dropping a little bit, coming like back down a tiny bit, I do believe that the US30 can make that retracement to the upside to test that level. If that happens, then I think that this could be a very interesting trade. And we could short it from there. That's that one. All right, then we have, at the same time, we have GJ. We are not done yet. We have a lot of interesting setups right here that you guys like, for sure. GJ. Okay, what's happening with GJ? Well, look at the daily. We got rejected by this particular high right there. We have some imbalance. So I was very careful. I was not gonna just trade this particular zone. Look at that zone here. This is a very strong area of supply here. This is an aggressive trade. from the daily here. However, we are not there right now. So the 4 hour, what happened there? We tapped into the zone. We were building liquidity. Okay. Equal highs. Equal highs right there. After that, what happened? We came down. We took them out. We went all the way for the equal highs and we reversed down. Beautiful. How it should be. We took out these highs right now. Taking out the liquidity here and we aggressively moved down. Okay, why? What happened then? Breaking structure to the upside, change character to the downside. Breaking structure as well, so pretty strong high here. Leaving us with an aggressive move. Last candle before that aggressive move is right here. This particular zone. Hopefully we can retrace earlier. Potentially coming into that zone and coming back down as well. Something like that. Could be amazing. Could be absolutely fantastic. Very, very good. So in regards to this one, let's look at the Japanese yen basket as well. Because if that needs to happen, then the Japanese yen needs to potentially make a move here. So what are we doing right now? This is on the lower time frame, on the 30-minute. We saw that reaction. I do think we're going to make that retracement. I do believe that we're building something, that we come back down here. And we're going to find out if that exactly will make sense. And if we actually hold perfectly right there. If so, fantastic. We have our position. So we have some interesting trade setups. You have GJ, US30, gold, Australian dollar, US dollar. So the Australian dollar, US dollar is an interesting one. We have been looking at it already for a while. We took this in our weekly analysis. We have been looking at it already here. We saw that we tapped into that zone. We were holding. We had a beautiful zone right there. We tapped into that zone. I think it was on the 30-minute or 15-minute. I believe it was the 30 or 15. Let's see. There we go. 15-minute. We tapped into that zone. Got rejected straight away. Breaking the lows already right here. We entered just above that zone. And which was actually on the 1 hour. And we came back down further. Okay, so what are we doing now? Now we need to see, okay. Is there a chance that we can come back down right now to fill up that imbalance underneath? I do believe that there is a big chance that we can come back down to fill up that imbalance right here. What else are we creating right now? We're creating liquidity, equal lows underneath. So liquidity positions are getting built here right now. So we have equal lows. We have imbalance underneath. Okay, we have the dollar looking relatively good in my opinion right now. Okay, look at that. I think it's a matter of time before we start to, or at least before we want to break this particular zone, which will push the price down of the Australian dollar further. The CPI is coming out tomorrow. What happened with the CPI for the euro? Neutral. What happened with the CPI for the British pound? I believe lower or neutral. The dollar, same. The question is the Australian dollar going to follow what the dollar, what they're all going to do here? If it's neutral for the Australian dollar, the CPI, or it's lower, expect the Australian dollar to lose value, to come down. Alright, so this is something that I'm looking for right now. So question, Erika, to answer your question straight away, are you planning on closing the AU trade before the news? It depends where the price is. It totally depends what's happening day by day here. Regards to that, we will be live in Discord. We will be live in Discord as well. So that should be good. That should be good. Any re-entry on AU? The re-entry was already given indeed later. This was at 250. This was another re-entry indeed we had before. Good that you guys mentioned this as well. We had another re-entry for a lot of people in our community as well, which was right here. It was the 250. We saw that re-entry right now getting created. We tapped into this twice. This was also in the V2 right here on the V2 announcements. We tapped into this zone. This was the second entry. And we're coming back down right now. Right now, it's really important before you look for a re-entry, if you're looking for re-entry, if you're not in position right now, that you wait for the low to be broken. Because we're building some liquidity on top. There are some things that you know, I want to see a low right now. I want it to come down a little bit more before we can, in my opinion, start looking for a new zone. On the 15-minute at that particular moment right there. So there is a moment, but you need to break the lows first. Otherwise, I would say be patient. with a new position here. That's indeed what I'm thinking right now, or for at least for this particular reaction so far. In case of the dollar right now, the dollar is making moves, which I like to see. The dollar is coming back up further. I think that's pretty good that this is right now happening right now. Yes, we have faced some resistance right now. So in case for gold, be patient, wait a little bit. If you're not in gold, I would seriously wait for a confirmation as well right now, in order before you can actually enter that position right there as well. Okay, people are extremely bullish on gold, and I know the sentiment of gold is extremely bullish for a lot of people. And the moment everyone thinks it's just going to go higher and higher, that's the moment we're going to see some sort of reversal. So I will not be surprised if that tends to happen, but that's just purely speculation. All right, I do think from a technical standpoint that there is a chance that we can take out these Asian lows potentially in this particular session, or at least that the New York session can take out the London and Asian low here. This is something that we look for. So that's that in regards to the setups that we're looking for potentially here. US30 is definitely one of the cleanest setups that you can look for right now. GJ as well, but you have to be a little bit more patient for GJ in general. I think potentially if the volume increases when we see the open here, and let's say an hour and 50 minutes, I do believe that this is the moment when we can start seeing increase in volume, and then potentially see a potential opportunity right there. Okay. Thoughts on the USD cut? USD cut is doing very well. Okay, the USD cut is doing great. I was looking at the USD cut as well. We have been actually tapping into that zone. This was a beautiful trade, by the way. That was right here. Look at it right there. Okay, it was, we tapped into that zone. Overall, I like the overall structure of the USD cut right now. First of all, not one thing that I can show you. I think there is more upside potential. And the reason why I believe that is because we made a massive reaction, or we had a massive reaction on the daily. First of all, we tapped into the zone. Strong daily zone. Number one. Number two, we saw that initial reaction right now. We came back out, take out the liquidity and so on. Number three, 1 hour. We tapped into this area. Right here. So the 1 hour confirmation was there. We tapped into it twice before actually taking off right here. Let me highlight this for you right there. Then on the lower time frame, on the 5 minute, we saw that we came up. We had imbalance there. Underneath was some imbalance right here. At the same time, we had some liquidity built up underneath. We took out the liquidity, tapped into that zone, and we took off from there, came back down. This is a 1 minute zone. Right here. Tapped into this zone. And look at that. Massive reaction to the upside. Right now at a 10 to 1. This happened a couple hours ago right here. So really clean. Extremely beautiful setup. In case you want to know, like, what's happening right now, the order flow of the USD cut right now is extremely good. It's really clean. It's really nice, really clean. I do like what we're seeing here, and I think it's absolutely a fantastic reaction. So what I'm looking for is just a continuation of that particular trend. But right now we need to break some highs. We need to start moving further up. We still are, from a higher time frame standpoint, we are ranging relatively good here. So we want to make, we want to see a bigger expansion right now to the upside, which could happen when the dollar actually makes a move. Someone says dollar drops because it's in a recession. The funny thing about that is that you actually would see the other way around. Okay, so the dollar should get stronger when the recession hits. Why? Because people are selling their assets. People are going risk off. Individuals are going risk off. They're hedging themselves. What they tend to buy in a recession are government bonds. Government bonds are directly correlated to the US dollar. You buy US government bonds. That's the liquidity pool. So by buying government bonds, a lot of people feel that they're safe, they're protected by the US government, and therefore, even in a recession, a lot of big players are buying tons and tons of government bonds, which actually will be relatively good for the US dollar, and not as good for the stock market, for example. Have you heard of ICT? Yes, sir. Of course. Definitely. What about oil? Very good question. And then we're gonna start scalping here. In regards to oil, okay? I'm extremely bullish on oil right now. I'm gonna show you something else. We are at a daily right here. Let me show you this right now, okay? We tapped into an extremely strong area of demand right here, and we saw immediate reaction from this particular zone. Right there, boom. Look at that candle. This candle right here. That's what I'm saying, guys. Trade supply and demand. The reason why you can still trade as a retail trader, but just use supply and demand because it's so effective, so useful. Candles are so important, all right? And not particularly the candles themselves, the zones, these areas of supply. What happened? Look at that. Tapped into that zone on the dot. We came back down to that area here. Okay, what happened after that? Beautiful. We started to come up, we create highs, we're building a lot of liquidity right now to the upside, which is great. We already have tons and tons and tons of particular zones. We are actually building a trend right now. If you guys can see, we are up that trend right here. And I think, to be honest, this is the moment we're gonna break it, okay? So when you're trading, when you ask me if I'm a retail trader or a supply and demand trader, or an institutional trader, I'm both. I'm trying to mix it up here. I do believe that's working the best for me, and that's how I think I can add more value to the trading community, the trading industry, is because I found a way for myself to make institutional and retail trading work together. And that's the way I think I should promote here our channel and so on and so on. And I think it's very effective. So, US oil. Why am I bullish on the US oil? Because of a simple trend right here and an area of demand? No. We're going to show you something else. Very important. And I need to catch this for you guys real quick. Give me 1 second. Here we go. We have the New York Mercantile Exchange futures only positions here, right? A lot of hedging tends to be happening with institutions, with futures, okay? Why? Because it's very easy to hedge massive positions with leverage, okay? So the reason why this is so beneficial is you can open a short and a long at the same time. Same as an MT4, but it's just a way better system. You can scale it up, tons of liquidity, higher leverage, a lot of things you can do on the futures market. 80% right now of the non-commercial of the US oil are long. That means that smart money, okay, the bigger players, the big institutions are long right now at the US oil. And I understand why that is. If you then look at the technicals right now, you see that they're tapping into that range. We came back down, we tapped into that zone, and right now we are making some moves here. I do believe that there is a lot of upside potential, so I'm gonna go long. I have mentioned this also on our Discord in our weekly analysis here. And I do believe that this is an extremely powerful tool also take consideration right here. But overall, we are not there yet. We are not completely there yet. I'm waiting for one more retracement to the downside. Somewhat in this range. Right here, and I want to see what the reaction will be from this zone. If we tap into this area here, and I think this could be extremely useful for you as well. Tap into that zone, and we're looking for higher targets right there. I do think that this is a perfect zone to enter from. Why? Because you easily can risk it. You can enter here. In my opinion, you can put your stop loss underneath and target the highs. And at least go up towards this particular zone right here. couple of zones you have to take consideration. You could take some profits along the way, or you could, you know, go for it and wait and just see what actually what tends to happen here in regards to your position, and put your stop loss and break even pretty soon here. Right, this is an example that I think that is extremely useful. Okay, so do take that in consideration. Right there, US oil, a lot of upside potential in my opinion. Dollar index bearish, hit daily AUD. Good question. So again, let's look at the daily. Didn't hit the daily OB right here. It's just in a it's in a zone right now. It's already in a zone for a while. Yeah, it faces a lot of resistance at the moment here, but I do believe the bigger picture is there, and we have some important news coming out here. So we have news coming later today. We have the or tomorrow, sorry. Tomorrow or Thursday, we have the GDP. And I do believe that during the GDP, I think we're gonna make a major move to the upside. I do believe that. This is what my bias is right now. And I think truly that it's time for the dollar to make a move here. We have been tapping into this area, strong area of demand right here, by the way. Strong cycles as well. We saw tapping into that zone was very effective. This is the last time we've created from a year ago a strong change of character to the downside, followed by a change of character to the upside. So this particular candle created this high. I do like this a lot. I think a lot of demand came from this particular zone. This is the reason why we tapped into this zone already a couple times right now on the daily, and why we're constantly seeing a lot of buying power underneath. At the same time, we're seeing a clear trend getting created right now to the downside. What tends to happen, in my opinion, is that we're building a lot of liquidity, a lot of stop losses above these particular levels right now. And then people are so bearish right now on the dollar that I personally believe the opposite will happen very shortly, and that is at least a short-term pullback. That's what I just think will happen here. That we're gonna see a short-term pullback happening in regards to the dollar right now, and I think this can affect many pairs. So I think that's the overall news. Indeed, Shiny, we have a USD flash service news as well. The PMI coming out today. That's indeed correct. Okay, let's look at let's start trading a little bit. Okay, this is the bias here. Hope you guys like it. If you like it and you want to have more, and you have more information, you want to be updated about everything that I do, then understand that you can find it right here in the mentor charts or in the weekly analysis every Sunday. We never missed a week. We always posting our weekly analysis for the community. 20 minutes of your time. You know exactly what kind of trading setups you can look at. Voila. Easy. Today's the flash service, the PMI indeed. That's correct. We're gonna have a close eye on this as well. Okay, Japanese yen. Okay, we're gonna look at some trade setups right now. Okay, the Australian dollar, US dollar is coming up at this particular moment. Significant move up to the upside. We are right now tapping into our almost tapping into our point of control. Let's see what the reaction will be here. Dollar is coming down. We're coming up here. 4 minutes left. I think we're gonna have some volume incoming here. Stop losses on break even. Maybe you get hit on break even. We can look for a retracement. If that's the case, then I would go a little bit higher. My bias is still the same, but then I would look for this somewhat around this zone here. Actually, a little bit of a higher setup potential if we come back up higher here. We still have these equal lows getting created at this particular moment here. Do take that in consideration as well. Do you think the recession in gold is going to keep going up? Usually when there is an official recession, gold has the possibility to go up indeed. I do agree here. And I do think that there is like a decoupling when there is an official announcement here of a recession. So yes, it could be the case. I'm also curious who is trading Bitcoin. You know, who is pretty much trading Bitcoin in the community right now. I'm very curious what's actually going on here in regards to, at least I have my decision here, my bias here for Bitcoin. But I'm very curious in what you guys are currently thinking about it. Persia said, not yet. Look at crypto at the moment. I'm still in Bitcoin. Can you look at EU? BTC down. Yes, I do believe so. I do believe so. I'm pretty short right now on Bitcoin. And the reason why I'm short as well is, for me, just a liquidity perspective here. So every Saturday, for the last 2 Saturdays, we saw an explosion to the upside. We know that institutions are not allowed to trade in the weekend. So who's buying? Who's buying? Of course, retail is buying, right? If you are seeing Saturday pumps and the volume is holding up in the weekend, like retail is buying. Why do you think it's gonna go up? Because when the markets are closed during the week, all right, then all the positions that are running are closed. So it kind of gets released pretty much, and it literally explodes here. We have seen it twice right now. The massive reaction. It looks like an incredible pattern right now. The usual daily cycle, and especially of Bitcoin, is 1, 2, 3, and then a reversal. So the question is, what we're going to do? We're going to have one more move, one more massive move, and then a reversal taking out all the liquidity that's built up underneath. This is something that I'm looking for. Usually this is the weekly market cycle of Bitcoin, especially here, in general. So 1, 2, 3, coming back down, 1, 2, 3, and then we're creating that particular zone. And then we pretty much create a new area again. This is pretty much the way we are formulating, pretty much the cycle in general here. So yeah, that's something that you have to, or you could take in consideration right there. Any entries on Australian dollar, US dollar? Yeah, I'm looking forward to come back higher. If my stop loss on break even. So we have an entry above it. We have an entry right now at 0.731317. So if you break it, it is what it is. I'm gonna wait for a retracement to the upside further, and I want to see the dollar. And the reason why is because I want to see the dollar coming down a little bit more, like it's doing right now, which is actually fine. Tapping into this particular zone, seeing some sort of reaction from this area here. Right now we mitigated from this 10-minute zone here. I do believe that we are right now trying to come back up. Overall, we have been taking out these highs, and right now we're trying to come back down a little bit. So we have another zone underneath. That could align with our new entry here. But let's see. Let's see if that's actually the case here. Okay, I think we know what to do right now. I think this is just a matter of waiting right now for this particular reaction. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use our scalping strategy that we have been using already for a while. And this is we're gonna do this time on the 5 minute, not on the 1 minute. And the reason why we're not gonna do this on the 1 minute is because many of you guys, when you guys want to follow a trade, the 1 minute is too quick. It's responding too fast. So if you guys can't catch it, then yeah, it's a little bit annoying. So that's the reason why potentially a 5 minute chart could be beneficial. But again, it will take a little bit longer to then play out. In the meantime, we have a close eye on all of these particular moves here in regards to what we're seeing right now. Also the Australian dollar, also GU, also like a couple other pairs as well. If you spam, I cannot answer anymore. Sorry for that. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate your interest. But it's not nice for the others as well. So for example, something interesting as well here. This is the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. We're not going to trade this on the lower time frame because the spread is too high for most of you guys. So the way you can approach this is by looking at the retracement. We're seeing this happening right now. We tapped into that zone. We're seeing that reaction. If you attempt to break particular lows, that could be an interesting one here. I think there is more downside potential. We made that massive move to the upside. Let's see what the reaction will be if we break the lows only. I'm going to put an alert here. Based on that alert, we can look for a trade setup. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, equal highs? I don't see equal highs, no. No. I actually saw that last move here. So we came back up, we took out some of the liquidity, and then we reversed down. So I think the most of the liquidity was built there, was taken out. So it's pretty much like this. What is happening right now in the lower time frame. You're tapping into that OB, which is great. Now you're tapping into the zone. Now you're going to break the lows here. Usually what tends to happen is you break it and you just come down straight away. Why? A lot of imbalance. This action was made to take out the liquidity in an aggressive manner. You guys know this trend. This is exactly what I mean, and what for the dollar as well. We took out a lot of this liquidity very aggressively, very quickly. So now this is done. What is the next step? It caused a lot of imbalance. You wait for a lower, you wait for a break of structure to the downside. You wait for a break. Why? Because this is something that you can trigger into your position here. You can take it down as well. This was a massive reaction. You can draw the Fibonacci. You can come back up to the 50, to the equilibrium right here. This is what's happening right now. Look at that. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Very interesting pair here. Something that you can take consideration, something that you can use. If you wait for a closure underneath, That could be an interesting trade here. Coming back to the equilibrium, to the 93.851. When broken. Was such an aggressive move here. What comes up aggressively usually tends to come down. Or at least partially come down here. Was a very aggressive move to the upside after breaking that zone here. Consolidating, coming down, taking out everything underneath. Now taking out the rest. The highs were taken. Question is, are we going to break the low here? If so, that's the sell order to make. That's the trade to make. Targeting some of these lows right there. Something like that. There we go. Around 5 seconds till we close position. Or the candle. We close underneath. Now it gets interesting. Massive reaction. Okay, now we're gonna get some bottom. I think we're gonna see some reaction right here. We're coming down straight away. Wow. What a reaction to the downside. We're gonna see probably reaction right here. If you break this, wow. Significant reaction so far. This is how we trade that strategy here. Okay? That's how we look for a particular move. Especially to the upside right there. Now it's like securing yourself as soon as possible. That's what you do. You wait for a secure, you wait to secure a position as soon as possible. If you come up, it is what it is. It is what it is. Usually, we take some profit like we did right now. So no matter what, you made some money, you made some profit. You leave the rest running. Stop loss and break even. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna get a drink real quick. We're gonna continue our journey. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. We are back, we are back. Yeah, so stop loss on break even, 50% profit. Done. We are waiting right now to come to our equilibrium here. This is what we're looking for. We saw just a massive reaction. You saw it when it broke the lows. And this is very important. The moment it broke that low, it went very fast. You saw that? That's the moment you were waiting for. Breaking and closing underneath that zone. Boom. You saw that instant drop. Significant reaction to the downside here. That's what you're looking for. That's usually what we want to see here. If you guys like the channel, then please, you can support me as well by smashing that like button. We're gonna crush this year with the fam, with you guys together. I'm trying to also at the same time improve the content of our YouTube channel as well. We have been focusing so much on live trading, live, streams, then that we neglected a little bit the actual content itself. Right now, we are in a moment where we are really having an amazing structure built for a fantastic content, so we're gonna drop a lot of amazing strategic content and explanations as well. I think I can bring something new to the table in this whole trading industry. I'm 100% confident that I can bring some new value to the table in regards to the combination of smart money and traditional retail trading, the hybrid variant of Lorenzo. That's what we're looking for. Okay, while we're waiting for this to see what's gonna happen here. Let's see. We're coming back up a little bit. Or we're trying to come up here. Check AU. Wow. Okay, AU almost went to our entry. Almost went to our entry here. That's it. That's pretty crazy. Wow. At the same time, gold is also dropping. Our position on gold as well. Let's go here. Okay, yeah. We took out the London lows. The target is the Asian lows here. Okay, the target is the Asian lows. I'm going to show you guys in a second here what I mean. Fitz, when did you enter? Go back to the beginning of the stream. You will see there. We're going for the Asian lows. The London lows has been taken out. Stop loss is gonna go and break even right now as well. Australian dollar, Australian dollar, US dollar. This was our entry at 0.7317. The reason why is again because of the weekly analysis. So if you're new to my channel, then look at the weekly analysis. We have been looking at it and talking about this as well. And we also have the Manta charts right here. Okay, Australian dollar, US dollar coming close to our point of interest. Wait for confirmation lower time frame. More information in regards to that. It almost went back to our entry though. So that's that one. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is creeping up a little bit. Akuna says, are you in any of these trades? Yes, we're in all of them. Australian dollar, gold, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Keep in mind, I've usually a separated portfolio for my for scalps like these here. Cobra says, Cobra trades. Hey Lorenzo, can this style of trading entry be traded on a 5-minute, 50-minute? 100%. I actually made a video on it on a Friday. I made a video on it on a Friday in our channel. A big event. It was an amazing event. I know many guys in the community were there. If you were there, please let them know. Let them know exactly what it was, how cool it was. We had some guys popping up, some guys, the community showing their charts. We did like a session and we talked about this style of entry, how we enter usually. So there was a huge difference between confirmation trades from SMC trades, so waiting to tap into an order block and then come down, or breaking zones and then put your stop loss above it like we did here. Right, we broke it, stop loss above the high, targeting the zone, and you saw it drop instantly. That's the trade where you're looking for. When you do not see that happen, so let's say you break it, but you're not coming back down really, like you start to consolidate like this. Usually I cut my position straight away. I want to see these positions where it drops straight away after the break. That's usually how I like to trade it and what's working the best for me. So it requires some trade management here. Gold is dropping hard. Gold is dropping hard. Same as the Australian dollar against the US dollar. Again, we are in that zone. So what do we want to see for the Australian dollar? We want to break these lows here. Vivek, hey, do you trade the Indian market? I do not trade the Indian market, but if you have any further questions about the Indian market, I can help you out. Trading is a universal thing, so just let me know, brother. Let me know, and we'll get it sorted. So we are in a couple of setups right now. Gold is one of them. We want to take out the Asian low. Again, if you are new to this trading style, then I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Understand these sessions here. The London session, the Asian session, the New York session. That's what we're looking for. That's the most important right now. The Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is still doing its thing as well. But gold is definitely on the run right now. Gold is definitely doing it. Very important. Going for these lows. Smart Woman says, hello, I'm from India. Nice to meet you. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Lorenzo, could you look at the Australian dollar, Japanese yen when you got time? Lots of love. 100%, Aubrey. For sure, I can't do that. Did you open a gold position? Yes, already. Already. The beginning. Same as Australian dollar against US dollar. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, we just opened a couple minutes ago. How do you recognize the sessions? We have an indicator. It's called Asian Session Range. I'll type it in for you. Use it. It's very good, very powerful, very good to use this particular. It's just good. It just works very well. Okay, Australian dollar is coming down. What is it doing right now? Let me know, guys, in the chat. What we're doing on this channel is live trading. All right, number one, priority. Why? Because I think that's the best way to show you guys what I'm explaining to you guys, right? You know, learning by doing, I can better say. Or by watching. Anyways, you learn from the actual market. Not what I did after that, after it played out. No, the actual market. What is going on right now in the market? What is happening in real time? Boom. This is how you learn. That's why I started on YouTube. I started live trading. I had 0 followers 6 months ago. The only thing that I wanted to do was live trade. That's it. I was trading already. I was not thinking about a community yet and everything. No, I was just trading myself. I was like, you know what? It's time for me to just go live. That's what I should do. I should go live. And I should, you know, just record. Record what I'm doing and that's it. I didn't expect any viewers. I was like, you know, that's cool. Just going live and then just whatever. First stream, 10 people. Or sorry, one person. Second stream, 4, 5. And so on and so on. So learning by doing. That's the most important. So now, at the same time, I think, okay, what's the best way to do it while we're waiting for our trades to execute here? Going on your charts. So analyzing your charts. Okay, number one. Ask me anything else. Questions, whatever you want to ask me in regards to trading. You know, let's make it a learning experience every single day. Okay? Every single day. Let's make this a learning experience together. That's the goal. That's the idea here. That's how I think that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. All right? So let's try to make that happen right now. And let's see what the reaction is in general. We are coming up significantly or coming down significantly with gold here. There we go. Gold took out the Asian low. There we go. This was the target right now. A lot of people were extremely bullish on gold. It's time for a small reversal in my opinion. Okay, the Asian low has been taken out right now. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to close 70% of my position for gold. 70% of my position right here. And keep the rest running. Okay, so the lows has been taken out. What happens now? The liquidity has been taken. So a lot of liquidity has been taken out right now. We're gonna see a reaction here. This is absolutely incredible, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful reaction here. We aimed for the lows. The lows has been taken out right now. So what's the next step? The Australian dollar against the US dollar. We entered here. Oh, you're right here. Sorry. We want to take out these lows. All right. Very important right now that we take out these lows. Otherwise, it's moi. I want to see this getting taken out here. Okay, this needs to be taken out ASAP. Then we need to go back to the. We are right now getting bought up here. We have 25% in our. Yeah, pretty much 25% left remaining. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to look at the dollar index. And what's the dollar index doing? We have news coming, guys. Keep in mind. We have news coming later today. We'll probably be live. All right? We are probably going to be live here. I do believe we're gonna take out some highs here. If not this, if not today, then during the GDP of Q4 on a Thursday. I expect a move to the upside. I expect a pullback for the dollar. I think we're gonna make a short-term reversal again. It's time right now. 48 minutes into the news. So definitely coming. Yeah, we're gonna leave the rest running here. We're gonna leave gold running, especially if the news is bullish for the dollar. That's why I want to keep 25% open. The reason why is because this right now, usually I cash out 75%. And sometimes this, and I've seen it happen many times, it just goes boom, bananas. And at 25% turns into a relatively new big trade here. So I have seen this, I've seen this many times here, that we can assume that this could potentially happen. So yes. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is coming down as well. Let's go to the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar here. Kevin says, finally you came back to your lives. My man, welcome back, brother. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Welcome to the Limitless Trading Academy. Or the community, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, we're coming down. We're coming down significantly right now. So this is good. We're going to exit our position shortly. For the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. And then we're going to go back to the Australian dollar, US dollar, or gold. Gold is getting bought up. Why? It took out these lows. And then you see what happens? Instantly a reaction. However, sometimes it just comes up and continues down. And the reason why... could be in this case the dollar. Could be many different reasons here. But we took out 75% already here. Number one entry was at a little bit lower actually, right here. There we go. Finally came back on live. Does gold usually take out the Asian low? Well, I've seen it many times happen when but this is not always the case, right? So you cannot just assume that it's always happens. Nothing happens always. But usually I've seen it when the London takes out the Asian high. And the dollar is gaining some strength in this case. Usually it takes out the London and the Asian low. Yes. So it could also be the other way around when gold goes up because the dollar is dropping, and also because of, you know, the Asian London taking out the Asian low, and then the New York taking out the London and the Asian high. So it totally depends here. Lorenzo, what do you think about the Euro GBP? I had somebody ask me a question about the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen. I will come back to that one as well. Eddie says, glad you started. Big help. Thank you, my man. Otaps, just discovered your channel, subscribed and joined Discord. Pretty good content. Amazing, brother. We'll join your V2 community soon. Never miss a live session from September. Yeah, Johnny, you're a legend, man. Wow. Jacques says, hey, Lorenzo, what is your view on the silver? Okay, silver, Australian dollar, Japanese yen. I'm writing it down, We're going to get to all of them. Silver. And then we have Euro GBP. If there's anything else, then please let me know, guys. Please let me know. Australian dollar coming down. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, guys. Hope you guys are in it. Who is in this trade, by the way? Let me know who's in this trade. Farhad says Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Got it. GP, Australian dollar, USD COD. Matthias says I am in. Curry says I was. Gibbon says yes, I am in. Frank says I am in. Wada says just secured $20. Ronda says I am. Lard says I am. Eddie says I am. Anthony says EU. GU says I'm in. Oscar says I'm in. Arthur's I'm in. Wow. Many of you guys. Okay, congratulations, because we're gonna take some profits right now. It's time to take some profits here. Same thing. Close 70% of your position. In my case, I'm gonna close 70% here. 75%, sorry. Just gonna close down three lots here. That should be it. And leave the rest running. Done. Congrats. We're coming back to the equilibrium right here. Stop loss and break even. Leave 25% running. Can SMC be used in the stock market? Absolutely. Holding my short on oil. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I'm okay. Curry says I made 4% for my challenge. Thanks, bro. Wow, congrats. That's really, really good. Wow. Okay, I have it ready. Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Gold, Euro GBP, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. We're gonna do them in a second here. I just want to make sure that we are there we go. You guys are still in the trade, let me know. I highly recommend to at least take some profits right now. You are at the equilibrium here. From swing low to swing high. You tapped into the 50%. This is where you want to start taking at least some profits and leave the rest running. Alright, so that's that. Gold is holding very strong right here. Dollar is looking stronger. But it's still getting rejected at that specific moment by that specific zone. The same zone at this specific moment here. That's the reason why gold is also right now not coming down more. I think of closing, I'm thinking of closing my gold position here. Yeah. I think there's a lot of buying pressure right here. I'm gonna close gold. Completely. Then this is a done trade here. Is there more downside potential? There is some imbalance underneath. There is some imbalance underneath still that could be taken out. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, okay. Gold is coming down a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna go to the 1 minute here. Pretty much the only way to find out right now what the best idea is any higher high. Any higher high is an exit. So let's say we break the zone. That's an exit for me. That's it. I think that's the best way to look at it here. Can you explain what is an ADR? That's the average daily range. We can go over it indeed. Australian dollar, US dollar. I do believe, guys, that this is going to be a big trade here. I do think that this could turn into a bigger, a relatively big trade here. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. On the other hand, yeah, we have taken out 75%. So I think that we can test this level with that 25%. I think that this could be a nice level here. So that could turn into a decent trade as well. USD cut. Yeah, gold is still coming down. So that's the rule. Okay. For you guys as well. Whenever you see this happening, and whenever you see that you are coming down, and let's say you closed already 75% of your position, you have 25% open. It's not that it's like, I'm going to keep it open all the way till the entry or something like that. It's more about, okay, that 25% you just manage. So you're trying to see if it shows more weakness, if it's coming down. What you can do is, if you let it break a higher high, then that could indicate a retracement. Then you just close down your position. You give it a little bit of time. You give it a bit more breathing here. You make sure that you close regardless of the outcome. 75%. For me, that has been the most profitable over, let's say, 200-300 trades. Somewhat in between these ranges, using that same strategy here. Australian dollar is going to come down. It's going to take out these lows. I would almost not believe that this will not be the case here. In my opinion, I think that's yeah. The moment you take it out, I think for many of you guys that entered Australian dollar, that entered a little bit later, you can put your stop loss on break even. The moment you break the 70.099, the 70.099, that's the moment I think, in my opinion, that could be the most beneficial for you, I think. We're going to go over some charts right now, and then we're going to go to look for new opportunity. We have been looking at the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar already. Many of you guys are in. Congratulations. You should have taken already majority of your profits right now. We're going to look for a new trade. Australian dollar, US dollar. Can you review your thoughts on this one? Well, yeah. We have been reviewing it in the weekly analysis as well, but for you. So what happened here? We saw a massive break of stocks to the upside, change character to the downside. So we big reversal. At the same time, what we were doing here, we were building out a lot of liquidity underneath right now. We're building that clear trend right here. All right, that super clear trend here. At some point, I think we're going to break it. We're going to break it. We're going to come down here. And at the same time, why do I think so? Well, we have that imbalance here. We have a lot of liquidity built up underneath here. We have actually equal lows here. Built up there. Then we have imbalance underneath, a massive gap underneath this zone. And then we have a beautiful zone right here that I think is a very interesting one that you can take consideration right here. And this is far away. I mean, this is far away. Look at that. And I do believe that there is a chance that you can see it. Why? There are multiple reasons. I have the Australian dollar here as well. Institutions are 68.51% short, potentially more when it's gonna get released today. Let's look at retail right now. Moora, my man, ciao. Thank you so much, brother. Peace. Have a fantastic rest of your day, my friend. So we came back down. We know that these are the things. We have the CPI coming out. Don't forget the CPI coming out. We have seen that the CPI for the British pound was already exactly as expected or even lower. I'm not sure out of my head. The euro was as expected. The dollar was as expected. So inflation is by default coming down. Australian dollar will follow relatively, in my opinion, what the British pound is doing usually. I see a correlation there. If that happens and the CPI is lower than expected or as expected, we're gonna see a weaker Australian dollar. That's number one confidence. Number two, institutions are short. Institutions are short on the Australian dollar, US dollar. This is public information. Number three, from a technical standpoint. Okay. We saw rejection here. This is the 2 daily. We saw rejection here on the 2 daily. Okay, we use this one as well, the 2 daily. It sounds weird, but we use it. We tapped into that zone. We saw that rejection after that. Okay, so a massive zone. We tapped to the zone. Then we massively created a massive wick to the downside, massive reaction to the downside. It left us with equal lows. It left us with a fair value gap. We came back up to build liquidity. We tapped into that zone. Eventually tapped into the 15-minute. Why did I enter from here? Well, actually I entered from the 1 hour order block. I entered from a 1 hour order block right here. I could have entered from the 15-minute. I didn't. We tapped into the zone. What did we do? We took out a lot of liquidity underneath. We came back up and now we're coming back down. But again, it left us with equal lows. It left us with imbalance. Inefficient in the market. That's the bias here. Fundamental, technical. In a recession, the most important thing that you can do as a trader is by understanding the fundamentals. Understanding the sentiment of a particular trader. Of retail, smart money. Understanding news releases. Look at speculative, have an expectation of a speculative event, like the CPI. The good thing about the CPI is that the British pound went first. The euro went before that. The dollar went before that. Use that, formulate it together, then go to the technicals with that information. Create a fundamental bias for yourself. Go to the technicals. Look at the macro chart first. Once you are on a macro chart, you understand the macro. Why? In a recession or during uncertain times, the most important thing is to look at the macro levels. Then start zooming in. We started at the daily, the 2 daily actually. We looked at the 1 hour. We looked at the 15-minute. We look at the 1 minute. And so on and so on. Gold still dropping? Gold still dropping. Okay, we didn't close our position yet. It didn't broke that high. That's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean here. Neurolover says, Lorenzo, what do you think of Raya Banks? Is he good to follow? I have not much information about him. I do not watch many streams of him. I know he's big. I know he's big. But that's pretty much everything that I know here. I know he called me out once. Okay. Yeah, gold is still dropping, guys. Look at that. Gold is still going down here. There we go. That's what I mean. Look at the dollar. The dollar is making moves to the upside. Australian dollar right now is going to take out these lows. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is still around our 75% TP here. We are making money, guys. Corrado, Lorenzo, how are you doing? I'm doing very good, my man. How are you? We have news coming in roughly, let me see here. 10 minutes, if I'm correct. 12 minutes. Oh, no. 12 minutes. 12. Like 25 minutes. 25 minutes to go. Gold is dropping really quickly right now. Great. This is what we wanted. Australian dollar, US dollar. We want to see these lows getting taken out. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, we need to be patient here. We're going to look for a new setup very shortly. USD cut looks very good, and the reason why is indeed what we have been looking for. The USD cut is doing very well, and I really do like the order flow of the US dollar and Canadian dollar. It's really filling up nicely. It's listening. I like it a lot. So we're gonna keep a close eye on this one as well. It's just we're in 3 positions already, so we need to manage this accordingly right now. We're going to look for a new trade here, but we just need to be patient. We need to secure all of our remaining positions. I'm going to close down my gold position completely. I'm done. I love it. That's done. It leaves us with the Australian dollar. And the US dollar, Canadian dollar on our other... Okay, we're going to look for a new setup shortly. We have the Australian dollar, US dollar still. We're going to take out these lows right now. Neuro says, I asked you because I copied him on a demo account for 5 months trade. And he was at a net loss, but he claims to make millions. It's really sad. I miss the old times where you were doing 10-hour streams. Yeah, Neurolover. So the thing is that you should always follow, indeed, your guy. And then, yeah, we need to update our score. You're right. We need to update our score. We have multiple... We still haven't done it, right? We have multiple trades that we need to update it. We have 2 wins, for sure. But Australian dollar, US dollar is not... And we haven't taken any profits from the Australian dollar, US dollar here. So we keep it on a 90. Currently Australian dollar, Canadian dollar short plus Australian dollar, Canadian dollar short. Yeah, in terms of the Australian dollar, US dollar, I do think this is a longer term hold. I think this is an intraday trading hold. We can hold this for a couple of days. Even if the dollar index right now is breaking it, man, that will be the absolute dream right now. And I do think there is a big chance that this could happen. We have news coming in 20 minutes. I do believe that today could be the... I mean, I think that we could reverse here. Rowan says, will we take Australian dollar, US dollar partial? No. No. I keep this one open. I took already gold. I closed gold already. I think it was a good decision to close gold here. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is right now still around our zone. Why is it going around this zone? I'll show you why. Look at this. And this is exactly what I told you guys. From low to high, 50%. We're at the equilibrium right now. So this is holding some support here. But it looks like we want to come down. So that's why we keep 25% open. We can potentially take to this one. That 25% will turn into another 50%. And we have, you know, a really, really nice... Let's say 3-to-1. Australian dollar, US dollar took out the lows right now. Okay, it took out the lows here. So if you are in a position, then in my opinion, after this closure here, the 5-minute closure, in 1 minute to go, and we close below this zone, stop loss and break even for you as well. Stock market opens in 10 minutes, looking for Nasdaq sells. We're going to do this right now. We're going to go over it right now. There we go. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is dropping. This is exactly what we wanted to see here. That's amazing. So yes, we're going to keep Australian dollar, US dollar open regardless. I do think it's important to do so. I think there's a lot of potential. Gold, yeah, gold as well, but I just wanted to cut my profits here for gold, because gold can have it decouples sometimes. It doesn't always listen to the dollar in the last couple of days. So I want to be a little bit more careful with gold here. A US30. Let's go to the US30 because we have this done. So yeah, stop loss on the... We're going to add this one as well, indeed. So far, 91 wins, 32 losses, and 23 break even over the last 4 months. We can also do a New Year's calendar scoreboard and start over again. And then just calculate it. I need to backtrace it from the live streams, but yeah, we can do that as well. Okay, we have the dollar right now. We have news coming very shortly. The market is going to open very soon because now we have to look at the indices right now. It's time to look at the indices. Okay, so it's not looking that strong already, I have to say. But at the same time, look what we're doing here. Yes, we have dropped. This could be a trap as well. This could be a trap. So I'm not going to short it from now. I'm going to wait for reaction. And then after 10 minutes of the open, maybe we can look for a US30 trade here. The reason why I already explained with you guys. Yeah, these equal lows there. Equal lows there. From the daily to the 4 hour to the 1 hour. Right now we're looking at 5 minutes as well to reaction, but I do believe that yeah, we have 3 minutes to go. Three minutes to go. Yes, let's wait for the 3 minutes right here. So again, if you want to join our Discord, you can join. We have a weekly analysis. This trade was mentioned in the or at least the Australian dollar, US dollar was here. Usually I keep you guys updated about what you can do when I'm entering and so on and so on. Indices are opening in at any given moment. Let's see right now. Let's look at the close on and what the US30 is going to do here. One minute to go. Let's see what the dollar is doing. We're still getting rejected from that same zone. Still. We're trying to break it, but we're not breaking it. We have been testing this multiple times right now. We have news coming very shortly. Okay, there we go. The open of the market here. Let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop. We're dropping for now here. Let's see what the Nasdaq is doing. Yeah, Nasdaq very similar right now. We are in that super important zone right now, guys. So keep in mind, the Nasdaq is in a 4-hour area of supply right now. Okay, what happens on the lower time frame? We have broken this particular level right now. Just need to wait for the volume here to decrease, or at least to see the buys here. There we go. We're coming down right now. This is the moment. This is an interesting zone. Very, very interesting here. Let's look at the VIX. Okay, the VIX. Okay, this is the thing with the VIX right now. So we're building, we have some liquidity underneath here. Okay. I do believe that at some point we're going to come down to take out that liquidity here. And we're going to tap into this particular zone. I think that there is a little bit more downside potential for the VIX here. And because of that, I want to be patient with the indices. I want to short it. I'm looking to short it. However, I want to see this first. Coming down. So the indices can come back up a little bit more. Then after that, taking that trade. I'll remain with the buys here. I'll remain with the buys right now. Also for the Nasdaq. I think we can still wait a little bit longer. We're coming back up already. So more liquidity underneath. I do believe that we can just wait for this to actually take place here. After that, beautiful. We can enter that as well. Trend dollar coming back up a little bit again. Is holding, still holding here at this particular zone. However, it's going to face a lot of resistance right now because we have created a lower low. Potential re-entry here. Potential re-entry if you're interested. In Australian dollar, US dollar, I think. If the dollar tends to come back down here. We have the news coming though. In literally 15 minutes, so do take that in consideration. We have created a higher high. We have equal highs as well on the lower time frame. Equal highs are created. There we go. Okay. It's going to be very interesting right now for the Australian dollar as well for us. In regards to the news. Double top liquidity, yes. Christian says, I think the DXY will hit that zone due to the liquidity below. It's very important right now. This is a very, very, very important move. Victoria, where are you getting the data from? I'll show you or send you a link in Discord. Okay, we have news. 10 more minutes. We have to wait for this to play out here. In the meantime, we can look at some other charts right now for you guys. I have my list of you guys here. I know you guys. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, silver, euro, GBP, and the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. We're gonna talk about that in a second here. We're already coming up here. US 100 is now in that zone. I do believe that the US 100 can come back up a little bit more. I'm going to be very careful with shorting it here. I think we can come up higher. Same as US 30. Unless it breaks this low. Then I'm going to find a new trade towards this side here. There's a lot of downside potential anyways, regardless. So some opportunities here. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is coming up a little bit more. Australian US dollar is stagnating right now. News coming in 8 minutes or 7 minutes. Okay, dollar is taking out these equal highs. Or it wants to, I think. Look at that. Wow. Let's see what we have here. We are... Yeah, that's what we're doing here. Also look at Bitcoin, guys. I'm just interested in Bitcoin right now. We're getting rejected by this particular level. I do think that there is more downside potential right now. I'm gonna open shorts. Interested in shorting Bitcoin. Also. My liquidation price for Bitcoin is in 25,000 for 25,400. This is futures. This is on Bybit. I'm gonna trade way more crypto later on with you guys as well. If you guys are interested in that, I think it can be very profitable for you guys. So why not? But for now, let's stick with our core foundation. Okay, we have 5 more minutes. We're waiting for that. 5 more minutes for the US dollar DXY here to make a decision in regards to the US dollar flash services PMI. VSS oil. Thanks, Lorenzo. I'm extremely bullish on oil. I know that institutions are extremely bullish on oil. I will get back to you shortly about that. Century Capital says, love trading with you. Amazing. Hope you made some profits today. For now, we're gonna continue. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We're just waiting for the news, and then we can continue here. In the meantime, if you guys are new and you want to know a little bit more about who I am, pretty much. Let me put a new song on here. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, so we're waiting for the news. 5 minutes. My name is Lorenzo. I have been trading for the last, let's say, 6 years. The last 3 years I decided to go all in, like really all in. That means, you know, 20, whatever. When I was awake, I was charting. I was only watching the charts all day, every single day. At all times, literally. I lost a lot of money along the way, made a lot of money along the way, lost the money I made along the way. I went through every single scenario that you could think of. Everything. I made some big mistakes. I have been poor, I have been rich. It's just went through a lot of things. And I think as a man, it's good to experience a lot of things in life in general. Go through it, accept your fate, accept what your responsibilities are, move forward, always find solutions. I found my solution in trading. I saw this as my way out. And the reason why is because you can learn individually. You need a computer and internet. I'm not living in the Netherlands. Okay. I am from the Netherlands originally, but I do not live in the Netherlands anymore. I live in Indonesia. I live in Bali for the last 4 years. 2018 pretty much. I was sometimes here and there, but I generally speaking lived in Bali. I started to build my private life and so on and so on. I had a lot of responsibilities for a lot of people. I still have a lot of responsibilities for a lot of people. I need to take care of a lot of people, all right? So I felt that this was my only way out. So I had no plan B. I had no plan B, okay? And because I had no plan B, I succeeded. This is how I see it. Because there was no maybe, if, or for me. Here and there, no. It was just, this is what I need to do here. This is how I need to make it happen. And the only way I can do it is with trading. After a while, I felt, okay, now I'm at a stage where I can start live streaming on YouTube. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna live trade on YouTube. I'm just gonna put the record button on, that's it. Nobody's gonna watch me anyways. This was 6 months ago. Until I got one message from somebody. He said, bro, I was like thinking about like, you know, everything was against me. My wife left me. I cannot see my kids. Everything is against me in life. I wanted to give up. Everything is so annoying, but then I found you. And now I feel that there is hope. That was for me the moment where I was like, okay, wow, okay, this is bigger than just live trading and whatever on YouTube, random. Like, this is something. I have something here. And that's the reason why I started the Discord. I opened the Discord. We had 1,000 people in the first week in Discord. Overwhelming, no structure, nothing. But it was the most thriving, active community I've ever seen in my life. Crazy. Now we're at we're almost at 6,000. Now we have structure. Now we have things in play. Now we have actual education. Now we have content. Now we have a lot of things that are making sense right now. So finally we are at a stage where we can say, okay, right now 2023 is gonna be our year. And when I say it's gonna be our year, it's gonna be our year. Because now everything is in play. The structures are in play. We're making money. Trades are going well. You guys are happy. Everything is going good here. So let's keep this momentum going. And let's really change some lives here. News came out. News came out. At least I assume here. Let's see what happened. Is it bullish, bearish? Not yet. Bullish, boom, there we go. Okay, bullish. Bullish for the dollar. Dollar is breaking through. Took out the liquidity. Fantastic. This is what we wanted to see here. Lorenzo already said that you closed now your gold trade. No, we made our money here. We are still in the Australian dollar against the US dollar. This is what we were waiting for. That particular reaction right now. We're breaking that particular zone here. We have been looking at it for a while. Is this the moment, yes or no, that we're going to take out the first most important high? We're going to take out the liquidity. Is this the moment for a potential retracement here? Yes or no? That's the question right now. My expectation is potentially yes. I do think that, maybe not today, but with the GDP on a Thursday, we can make some serious gains with the dollar here. That's the main reason why we're looking at the Australian dollar against the US dollar here. Gold is probably dropping pretty significant right now. Yeah, there we go. We exited already completely. We exited our position a little bit later here. All good. Australian dollar, okay. Making moves. Dollar index is going to face a lot of resistance at this particular moment, but I like the reaction so far. I think it's a great reaction. We broke through this zone. Broke out, took out these highs as well. So this is a very good sign. Why? Because now this low on the 1 hour, this low is a strong high, is a strong low here. So if we make a retracement in any way, shape or form, I'm very confident that right now we could face some serious upside potential here. Elias says, I'm from Belgium. Where exactly do you live in Bali? I live in Canggu. Noogie says, Ubud. Thanks for your honesty about your trading ups and downs. Of course, my man. Of course, yes. The only way we learn. Struggles are good. Fight teaches how strong you are. I agree. That's it, man. You completely agree. Completely fire. I completely agree with what we say here. You can either be a victim of your own situation, or you accept your fate and you find a solution. The best way to find a solution, in my opinion, in any way, shape, or form, is building a skill. And building a skill in a particular niche can be anything. It can be washing dishes. If you want to be a dishwasher, you can become the best dishwasher out there. You can build a tremendous skill. Right? Whatever it is. Focus on building a skill. It's truly, truly legendary. It changed your life. Oh, video, my kind of story. Amazing. Yo, Frinko, I'm from Indonesia, bro. Salam alaikum, bro. Yeti Water, I want to be in Bali someday. Nagaraju is the same situation here. Glyza, wow, that's inspiring. Thank you. Amor says, I remember that. This is what started everything. Thank you. We love you. People that have been here from the beginning knows the history and how we built this together. Wow, it's crazy, man. And he says, yes, sir, I quit my job. Safety net, which made me taking trading seriously and had to make it work no matter what. It's been a crazy journey emotionally and mentally. That's fantastic, man. And that's how it should be. If it was easy, anyone would do it. Sarah, thank you. That's true. I started watching you lost join. June? Yes. T-Delf says I was first 300 in Discord. Wow. How old were you when you started trading? Early 20s. Like 23-ish, 22. Bullish. Dollar. Good reaction so far. Bradley says I've lost a lot of money. I'm 24. Any advice? I seem to be dominated by my mindset. Over trading, over leveraged. You know what the problem is, bro. You know already what the problem is. Just change it. Unfortunately, the older we get, the more we need to learn from our mistakes. It's harder for our human brain, our human development, when we're older, to comprehend learning and to learn things in life. The only thing that can make us learn something is by feeling pain. Emotional pain, physical pain, whatever it is. Unfortunately, that's the case here. So if you don't change, then at some point you will be so angry at yourself that you're gonna feel that emotional pain. And I think that's the moment where you switch it up. And that's what I personally been through as well. So I 100% think that that's a very important way. Lorenzo, I was wondering if you could add a section in Discord that lists all of the tools we're using. Indicators, COT, yes, for sure. We can do that. Amazing. Okay, back to trading, guys. Thank you so much, by the way. Gold moving down, dollar, Australian dollar. It's holding very strong here at the moment. We're tapping into a breaker block here. for the Australian dollar, we have also taken out a lot of liquidity underneath. So understand that this is just the first time we react right now and we tap into that zone. I expect more downside potential. I absolutely do. Personally, I'm extremely bullish on the Australian dollar against the US dollar here. Or bearish, sorry. Same as gold dropping right now. The dollar is making that move. We have been waiting for it. It's time for the dollar to make a serious move right now to the upside, I think. And like I said, guys, one more time. Whenever a trend is too clean, too clear, usually this is a good indication. Okay? Usually this is an indication that it's going to break it or that it's... that we're gonna just right now at least take out some of the liquidity that's built up above. Why? There has been so much liquidity built up over the last month that this is the time to take it out right now, in my opinion. The best one that I liked was the Australian dollar against the US dollar. GU is indeed dropping probably as well. At the same time, let's see what the other pairs are doing, and then we're gonna go back to trading. GJ popping off too. Let's see what GJ is doing. GJ coming back up. Wow. Okay, guys. A new trade upcoming very shortly. In regards to GU, I remain bearish, of course, on GU as well. GU is very weak. There we go. Amazing break of structure to the downside. A 3-hour area of supply here. This requires a retracement. This requires a retracement right here. GJ is coming up right now. Usually there is a strong correlation between an inverted correlation between the dollar index and the Japanese yen basket, so that's why potentially we're seeing this coming up right now. But I want to see this stepping into this zone. I want to short this potentially. We're coming up in a very quick manner. I do believe that this is a potential trade setup that could be very good. Very, very good. Wow, gold is actually coming down significantly here indeed. Do you go to Zinc Cafe in Canggu sometimes? Yes, I know it. I know it. I don't go there that often. I have been there a couple of times. Let's look at GJ. Yeah, GJ is definitely a trade setup here, guys. And the reason why, one more time, Japanese yen. I expect one more momentum, one more push towards this zone. This area of demand. If we tap into that zone here, I expect some sort of bounce. We could perfectly align between GJ and this zone here. If we bounce from this area of demand on the Japanese yen basket, then I think that GJ can come back up, do the same thing, and drop from there. I love cooking. Good morning or good afternoon, my friend. Kevin says, please explain why you took the position on gold. Okay, so I saw dollar as bullish for today. A New York session. That was my number one confluence. The second one was the Asian session range. So I entered here when the New York Open was. I opened the Asian session range. I saw that the London took out the Asian high. It manipulated the Asian high. The liquidity was built above. After that, it came down again. I saw a lot of liquidity built up here. Underneath. Trendline liquidity. Confluence number 2. The A's in session. Whenever we see the London high getting taken out or taking out the Asian high, usually what I think can happen. When the New York Open, the dollar is bullish. And there is trendline liquidity underneath. Then we come back with the New York Open. And take out the London and Asian lows. That's what we have done. Could have held the position actually still a little bit longer. I eventually closed my position earlier. Right here. Overall. Would have been better if I held my 25% here. But overall, I'm very happy with the setup. Australian dollar, US dollar is still a trade where we are in right now at this particular moment. And the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, what's happening there? I think our 25% got stopped out on break even. Yes, correct. Okay, our last 25% got stopped out on the break even. We took out 75% here. That was good. So another win. We are out of this position here. Australian dollar, US dollar is left right now. But why on that position you opened and not later? Because I have a very wide stop loss. I usually put my entry in the middle. It was right in the middle of the London. Usually I put my stop loss then above the London and my take profit underneath the London. Can you show us the Asian session indicator? I will write it down for you. Guys, if you like what I do, you like my channel, I'm going live 3 times a week. Tomorrow as well. Then smash that like button, it would help me out tremendously. Growing the channel, of course. It helps the algorithm. It boosts everything. You know how it works. I would highly appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, Australian dollar is right now finally dropping, making moves here. This is fantastic. We have been waiting for this moment. Dollar is making moves to the upside. So we can forget about this one. We had some beautiful profit here. But overall, we got stopped out on our remaining position. Look what the dollar is doing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Look what the dollar is doing at this particular moment. We're breaking out of this zone. Like expected. This is fantastic. This is exactly what we wanted. People were saying gold to 1950 and so on and so on. That's what happens. People get too bullish. And they think it goes on forever and ever and ever and ever. You need to look at where the liquidity is built. Liquidity was built above here. Very important. Japanese yen coming down. GJ is our next trade. I can guarantee you that this will be our next trade here. Look at the Nasdaq. Yeah. Yeah, Nasdaq's dropping. There we go. It's in a 4-hour area of supply right now and it's dropping. It's not looking that great here. We took out the liquidity. We tapped into this zone on the 1 hour. And right now we're getting rejected again. I still think there is more downside. I still think we are not there yet. I'm not going to wait. I'm still going to wait a little bit. Why? The VIX is dropping. That's why the NES is holding so well. Because the VIX is gonna come down a little bit more. GJ, man. Japanese yen coming down. Japanese yen basket coming down. GJ coming up. We want to look for this trade here. So now we should look for a short entry at gold. Well, yes. However, it's really smart to wait for any retracement right here, right now. Yeah. We will see another opportunity for gold, trust me. Gold will go up. We're going to see an opportunity here. Potentially coming into that zone and coming back down further. If the dollar tends to break that high. And then come back down here. So we're going to see a beautiful opportunity for gold indeed. For sure. We will find something interesting here. GJ is our next trade. We can crush this trade here. I love Cookie says I have my trade on GJ a little bit higher. Check the 4-hour candle. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yes, I agree with you. There is a zone above. We're not gonna enter aggressively regardless. We're gonna wait for reaction. We're gonna see what the reaction will be here. But I'm definitely interested in shorting it overall. And this could happen in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Let's see. The only thing in regards to the Australian dollar against the US dollar is the CPI tomorrow. And that could be, I'm very curious what will happen here. So we come up, we wait for reaction. Maybe this zone, there's a zone above that zone as well. And indeed there's a 4-hour zone as well. So there are a couple of zones we need to take into consideration. If we see something like this, we're going to trade this for sure. Yeah, we're coming very close. This could be very good. The most important thing to take consideration is not particularly which zone it's gonna be. It's about the Japanese yen basket. This is where we're gonna find our answer in regards to what we can expect here for GJ, in my opinion. Benson says, what is going on the IC markets? You could be server overload or slippage, whatever. That's why I moved from IC markets to BlueBerryMarkets. It's not that they're not good. IC markets is a very good broker. I like it. They're very reliable. The customer support is good and so on. But yeah, the server, man. Server issue, slippage. What days do we live stream? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Any possible re-entries on the Australian dollar, US dollar? Yes. Yeah, this one right here, guys. This one right here. 15-minute. Let me clean it up for you guys real quick. So... $15-minute right here. Very simple. There is one more above. 10-minute chart could also be interesting depending on the reaction so far. Actually, there are highs there. I would say 15 minutes right underneath. We have some equal highs there. You have to take that in consideration. So the only thing you should do is wait for the reaction on the 1 minute. So you tap into that zone, wait for the reaction on 1 minute, look for the break, and then take it down. Secure your position as soon as possible. But also have a look at the dollar index. So I do like it. But it could be very shortly here. It could be a short trade. You can secure yourself as soon as possible and then potentially just see if it comes down or breaks even or whatever. That's up to you here. Gold absolutely to the ground. Yes. Like expected. Could have held my position longer. I have to be honest here. That's why we took this trade at least from there. We were mainly focusing on the zones. Great reaction from gold so far. I think we're gonna hold here a little bit. This particular zone right now. So I do think that we're gonna hold now. But it will be better if we break the lows. It will be even better for us. Why? We can look for any pullback. And then looking for the continuation here. But yeah, guys, profit is profit. Every single day. We're trying to make, you know, one trade a day is already great. Like, that's it. We don't need an endless amount of winning trades, like, in my opinion. The only reason why I trade a little bit more is because of the live streams. If I would trade just by myself, I would take one trade a day. 30 minutes a day, that's it. Make a decision. I love cookies. It's a hilarious fact in my opinion. I had a work day today, but I started 6 a.m. Analyzed the market, put 2 limit orders, GU and EU. Currently combined, they're up 180 pips. Amazing. Congrats. Harley said, Lorenzo, your Euro GBP trade from the weekly analysis at it. Entry. Okay, let's go over that one. Very important. There we go. Thank you for sharing, brother. Very, very important. This is a daily area of supply. Thank you for sharing. Very important. Wow. I don't understand why I didn't put an alert there. Johnny says, because one trade a day. We all know, we all know. Keeps the incasso away. Okay, yeah, so we are in another zone right now, guys. So besides the Japanese yen and the GJ trade we were looking at, we also shared indeed the euro against the British pound on our mentor charts here in our Discord. There you go. Weekly analysis, I mean. We talked about the euro against the British pound as well. Let's go over that one real quick. We are there right now, so we need to have some back information here. What is happening there?
Flying. Keep in mind, it's a
Let's see what we're...
already the second month of the new year. Now,
Australian dollar.
if that happens, that can turn into a 7-1 potentially.
Number
This
one.
always
Use oil. Number two.
like the shortly.
Gold.
And I'm waiting for a reaction from this zone. If you break it, I'm going to close my position in full.
Guys.
Okay, this is what we're looking for. I want to see it tapping into that zone, and I want to see a reaction from that area. We're seeing a reaction right now on
Gold. Perfect. Euro GBP right now in that zone.
Because what do we see here?
There
We
go.
saw a massive liquidity sweep to the upside. We took out all the liquidities on the weekly. Boom. Took out all these highs. Mission completed. That's done. Immediately reverse to the downside. Start building liquidity. Liquidity taken out. Again, on the daily. Strong daily break of stocks to the upside. Change of character to the downside. What do we want to see? We want to come back up. Tap into that zone. Look for the continuation down. Filling up that gap right there. That imbalance is still not filled yet. I do believe that if you do not fill it now, earlier already, then I think that we can come up to tap into that zone beautifully, filling up that gap here, because we have an area of imbalance underneath or above this specific zone as well. The combination of both, fantastic. If you come up, amazing. We take our trade and we take it all the way down, looking for lower time frame setups as well to higher potentially our risk to reward here. Then we have the US30. And the US30 is looking very interesting as well. And I think that the US30 is showing...
Okay, so pretty much every setup is playing out right now, but except the US30. The US30 wanted to come a little bit higher. But if you want to have more information about it, you can join our Discord for free. Links in the description. Be part of our beautiful community. Get trading ideas bombarded your way. And also look at my weekly analysis here. So the Euro GBP is right now in that zone as well. Yeah, this is great. This is exactly what we wanted to see. We broke that level. Fantastic reaction so far. It's time to go short very, very soon, in my opinion, right now for the euro against the British pound right here. Very important. We broke it. We closed underneath it. Also important. Stop loss underneath, taking out some of these lows here. This is that zone we were looking for. We can look for confirmation from the euro. Let's have a look at the euro index. The euro created a high. The euro took out a lot of liquidity to the upside right now at this particular moment. We have that zone here. We are actually in an area of resistance right now. So yes, we are actually coming down a little bit. This could be good. This could be good, guys. Euro against the British pound. Take that very serious here. We're gonna talk about the Australian dollar, US dollar. I think we're stopped out on break even with our position here. So let me see what's going on here. At the same time, we need to go back. I need to really look at the Euro GBP real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me set some things up as well. And then we go to the Australian dollar again. Busy today. Way better than the London session, to be honest. Out of my personal experience here. There we go. Okay, keep you guys updated though. Let's go back to the Australian dollar. We're going to keep a close eye on this one as well. We're not in yet. I'm waiting a little bit longer. I'm waiting for this 15-minute candle closure right here. And then we have a then we're going to have our answer in regards to then we're going to have an answer in regards to what we're going to see. We're going to wait for a 15-minute candle close. Let's go to the Australian dollar. Massive move to the upside. Stop loss and break even. Okay, we got stopped out here with our position. So yeah, we made some profits for the Australian dollar, US dollar, made some profits for gold. So I need to change my scoreboard. That was not a winning trade then. That was a break-even trade. So that goes back to 1924 break-even. There we go. Okay, so what's happening here? Dollar, let's see, dollar. Gold made a massive move to the upside as well from this particular zone. So that's done. I think the dollar is right now retracing as well. Let me look at the dollar here. Yes, we are pulling back after tapping into this zone here. Okay, that was not really a surprise. Now look at it right here. We tap into this particular zone. We're seeing a reaction right now. We broke out of that zone. So right now what happens with the dollar is very... we're in an in-between phase here. So what do we see? We're seeing this zone. We're seeing this zone. We're gapping in between right now. In my opinion, it would be healthy if we would come back down here or maybe even come back down. Why? Because in this moment, this is the moment right now where we can see clearly that this high or this low, very important, this particular low right here took out this high right now. Then I would like to see some sort of retracement, some more accumulation right now of an order. We broke it already. Stop losses are triggered here. Or potentially come back down to start consolidating around this zone. And then potentially make a move to the upside. I do believe there is more upside potential. So this high needs to be broken eventually, which is very important. So right now I think we're going to stagnate somewhere in the middle here. So in between this zone, we're going to wait right now for the reaction. We're going to wait for an outcome. We're going to either break it or we're going to come back out. So now we're not going to re-enter it straight away. I'm going to wait. We're going to wait and potentially we can start looking at a new entry later. Either this stream or later in Discord. By just looking at that reaction here. We have one more zone which is interesting above that area here. That's right there. That's at 7.4. Okay, very good. Gold, yeah, we are out. We made our money on gold. That was great. We had the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Great, done. Euro GBP. So Euro created a low after tapping into that zone on the daily, which is very good to see here. The reaction is nice. I like the overall reaction so far. I just want to look at the lower time frame right now. There are a couple of zones. And this is on the 2 minute, this is on the 1 minute. This is the zone right here. We have this whole range, this fixed range volume profile from here to here. This is exactly where we're bouncing. This is the point of control. I think we could set in a short from there. And now the dollar is retracing. We can wait with the dollar pair. And we can focus on pairs like the euro against the British pound. Or the British pound against the Japanese yen. Something like that. We need to find out here. GJ is coming into play as well. Let's see what's happening there. And the reason why is the Japanese yen is... okay, we're coming back up here. Equilibrium. Okay, swing high to swing low. What's happening? We tapped into that equilibrium exactly. And we're seeing a pullback right here. Okay, so that's good. It's good that it's respected. We can use that data. I would love to see it come back up higher. The imbalance is not filled yet. So I want to see it come back a little bit higher. That will be fantastic in order for us to move forward from there. Euro British Pound is right now the best possible choice in regards to timing and the potential here. GJ is just patient. It's a patient game here. Australian dollar, US dollar. Wait for the dollar index. Wait for the dollar at least to tap into the zone. I mean, this is a good zone, right? The 7-4. Wait for the dollar to at least test the zone here, like we're doing right now. This is one of these zones here. Overall good. Overall good. Let's see. Oil. What's happening to oil? Coming down. Okay. Great. We want to see oil coming back down to this zone. On the 8 hour. Towards the 79.2. That's the zone where we want to bounce from. Somewhat in this zone. That's where we want to bounce from right here. Let's see what we're doing with the Euro GBP. This could be a new trade here. Let's stay on this trade right now. Let's see what the reaction is. Let's look at the Euro index. Let's look at the... There we go. Okay. We're gonna wait for the reaction here. Somebody says gold scalp. I see what you mean. If you break that zone and so on and so on. We are in an area of demand right now. You could take... We are in an area of demand here. So if you mean this is our actual strategy here. We're gonna release a video about it on a Friday again. A better version. That will mean something like this. I know what you mean here. We are getting rejected as well on the 3 minute, 2 minute. So let's remove this trade. We have taken our position here. Everything was perfect. We took our money. This short here, this area of supply here. I see where you're coming from. As a quick scalp to the downside. The dollar is in an area of demand right now, I think. Looking at the dollar index. There we go. Yeah, we have a zone here. We have this zone here, for example. We have a bigger zone underneath. So yeah, just a matter of waiting for it to tap and see what the reaction will be. But overall, Euro GBP is definitely the trade to go here. This is definitely where we're bouncing from. We have the point of control right now. This is definitely a trade up here potentially wanna trade or look for right now. This particular moment. I think it makes the most sense here. AU flew, yes, was very, very significant reaction here. Good that we put our stop loss on break even. And the funny thing is it took out the lows first. So it took out all that liquidity underneath and then it reversed here. So that's why we're going to be patient right now. We're going to wait for the dollar to play out. Gold is interesting still. Also right now, we have a beautiful reaction so far. But the euro against the British pound is something that I do tend to like here, especially if it can break now this low. Then I could say, okay, stop loss above the last high. And that could be the entry. Something in that sense here. Other ones say I'm going to enter from this area of supply. It's personal preference. But we have been talking about this zone for a while. And this is a daily zone right now. Strong daily zone. We tapped into that range. We saw an immediate reaction. Liquidity was already taken out here. We tried to come back up. We have still that imbalance underneath. So yeah. Overall reaction, I like it. I will be better, more convinced if we can break the lows here. There we go. So I'm gonna enter. I'm not in yet. I'm gonna wait for it to break this zone. That could be the right moment here. That could be a good reaction so far. I like it a lot here. Also, that fact that we're building so much liquidity underneath right now. We've been building all these stop losses here. We have been following that clear trend. The trend starts to become very clear here. We started to consolidate. We stepped into the daily zone. We started to consolidate. Now we're dropping a little bit. Now we're retracing, testing the zone. There is a lot of liquidity underneath here. I do know that. From a macro standpoint, from TA standpoint, it looks very good on the higher time frame as well. So it's just a matter to break this low right now. Break that low, and we will have our we will have our entry here. Did anyone experience just about 15 minutes ago IC markets getting locked out? I knew that multiple people had issues with this. So that's why I say, like, come to BlueBerryMarkets. You can find a link in the description as well if you want to. I have been testing out so many brokers, and trust me, I've been approached by 30 brokers. Since I started streaming. And there is a reason why I chose them, and it's definitely not the money. I can tell you that. Blueberry doesn't have locked accounts? No, not that I know, no. That's not normal, man. That's an FTMO funded account. I think it's great. I like FTMO. I think it's a great platform. I think it's still the best. There are a lot of good ones popping up right now. I heard, but I'm not sure. I do not have that much experience with many prop firms. Do all brokers need KYC? Not all brokers need KYC, no. However, I think that you want to use KYC. It's more trustworthy. I mean, it's better for the safety of your money as well. What's the minimum deposit on BlueBerryMarkets? I believe it's $100. Or not? $100? Yeah, I think it's $100. Yeah. Yeah, $100, yeah. Look at that. Look at the... Wow, what a move that was. And look at the gold as well, picking that up again. Going up straight away after the dollar coming back down here. So yeah, good. We're waiting. We're waiting. Waiting for the dollar here. There are two zones that I like. But the most important zone, like I said before, is this zone right here. The 101.9. That's the retracement here. That's what you want to see. Overall, great. But let's focus right now on the Euro GBP or GJ. Because it makes more sense to do so right now. We need to wait for the dollar to make more of a... yeah, just a clear reaction right here. We made our money. Right now it's time to look at something like the Euro GBP or something in that manner. DJ, you have someone helping you? Helping with what, my man? Let me know. David says, okay, I will bring that to the attention of IC Markets. I was logged out and I was shorting EURUSD and I couldn't close my position. Yeah, that pisses me off. I mean, we've all been there. We have all experienced this. I personally really liked IC Markets. I had some server issues. That's why I stopped. How do we join your Discord group? Links in the description or links in the chat. You can join. We have right now 5,795 members in our Discord. So if we have 5,800 members, we're gonna do a giveaway. Live on stream. So 5 more people. Wow, we're growing fast here. Beautiful, beautiful reaction. A beautiful reaction. I'm dreaming charts sometimes, guys, so 63. Do you know if BlueBerryMarkets is also a CFD broker? Yes. I thought you were talking to somebody next to you. Oh, no. I have a screen here as well. Multiple screens. Lorenzo, have you ever dreamed of a chart and then the same thing happened in real life? Yes. Yeah, sometimes your mind really, messes you up. Especially when you're obsessed with this craft. You start thinking about candles and like really, yeah. It's normal, right? Your brain is processing constantly all of these, emotions and everything that you see. So it makes sense as well. We are getting rejected right now with Australian dollar, US dollar. At this particular zone. But is that enough? Is that enough? That's the question. I think we need to come back down and create a significant higher high and look for retracement again. We want to wait for a move. This is not strong enough right now. At this particular moment. We are pretty much back at our first entry here. Let's see. There are a couple of charts that we need to discuss still as well. Need to do it right now. But the Euro GBP is an interesting zone. What is the difference between a CFD broker, an MM, an STP, or an ECM broker? So it's pretty much like a CFD. CFD stands for contract for difference. So it's pretty much a firm that offers traders the ability to trade CFDs. It's very simple. An MM broker is a type of also CFD broker, but it acts as a counterparty to trade against it. So it's kind of a hedge. It's pretty much a completely different way of trading. It's the opposite pretty much. You have an STP broker. I think that's a it's called straight through processing, I think, if I remember. And that has to do more with liquidity providers. And you know what market makers use, access to huge pools of liquidity that is then distributed over multiple channels, extended, so as well brokers as well using this a lot. An ECM broker, I do not really know that well. I know about it. The only thing that I know about it is that they usually offer very low spreads. But at the same time, their commission can be a little bit higher. I think there's more of an intermedium there active. So that means that some sort of interbank, intermedium system. But I'm not really sure what an ECN broker is. Exactly. But it has to do with an intermediate bank. At the same time, it's the commissions are higher, but the spreads are lower. So it's kind of more efficient for bigger players, bigger traders. Do these brokers altogether share orders of customers among themselves? So we have no idea how behind the scenes the liquidity is actually distributed. So usually brokers get access to a liquidity pool, certain amount, and they pay rent. Right? There needs to be liquidity in that particular broker in order for you to be able to instant buy and sell. So if we lead it as a pyramid to the upward side here, I do believe that they share, yeah. I do think so. I do think if you share pools of liquidity and you analyze all that data, you have access to all the data, then you control the market. So it's a fishy. You never will know. You will never find out what truly happens behind the scenes. David, yes, I'm not a specialist in that sensor. I just know how the liquidity is distributed. STP, yes, straight through processing. Yes, correct, exactly. So there's no middleman here. Yeah. EML says waiting for the better version of scalping. We just did a trade today, which was the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Wow. This was our initial trade here. We took it from there to there. We took out all these highs, by the way. We broke that zone, we entered here, stop loss above that zone, and we took it to the equilibrium right there. Okay, eurjpy is getting rejected right now from the point of control. This is a good sign so far. David, can you explain me better a better question? Do these brokers altogether share orders of customers among themselves? Because it depends on the specific broker. For example, market maker brokers for sure. Because they are acting as a counterparty. The other ones, I'm not really sure if that actually happens. Okay, we're coming down here. The point of control hit, and now we're breaking that level. You missed a huge buy on gold. I'm only interested in selling gold. I'm not interested in buying gold. We have sold gold already from here. We sold it from there. Okay, there we go. We have broken that zone here. This is looking very good. Ah, okay, now I understand, David. So somebody told me this, your broker will always take the other side of your trade because this is how a CFD works. It's a bet between you and your broker. It's not always the case here. They do decide where to execute their position on, but I know for a fact that market makers share their customers. They share their customer orders among themselves, of course, all of them. Why? To offset their risk with other market makers. It's the best thing to do here. But this happens all the time. Of course, think about it, right? If 90%, officially 90% is losing, then what's the best way to make money, right? It's by counter trade them. Two minutes to go. Okay, 1 minute to go. Sam says, have you all forgotten how many times the big banks have received fines for intercurrency FX trades? Citibank talking to DB about a big trade they're going to put into the FX markets. Happened so many times, we just don't pay attention to it. The fines always are much smaller than the amount of profits they have made. Neymar, it could be a fake out and honey your stop loss. Could be. That's what I mean. We closed above it. See? Patience. Patience here. Overall, I do like the overall reaction. I love the overall structure of the market. We came back down. We filled out the gap. We tapped into the zone. Broke structure to the downside. This is on the daily. Tapped to a strong daily area of supply here. Then on the 4 hour, we started the consolidation, the expansion, and now the retracement. Continuation. Is there a reason to come back down? Yes. Massive fair value gap underneath. More liquidity built up underneath as well. And this is on the 1 hour here. We have this particular zone. And there we go. Okay. Target is somewhat around this zone here. This area of consolidation. So I would take my point here. Somewhat around the volume area high. Great reaction overall. I really like it. I like what we're having here. We are getting bought up a little bit. It has to come to support area on a minute. Yes. That's correct. Isle of Cookie says, I've sent you a message how I see Euro GBP. Okay.
Let me check this real quick. We still have no closure underneath. Still. So I'm still let's go to the 1 minute. I'm waiting for at least for a 5-minute closure underneath that zone. That's the most important. If you cannot close underneath, then we wait. When did you start counting the scoreboard? I'm not exactly sure. A couple months ago. I need to see. Bro, are you in? No, not yet. Waiting for 5-minute candle closure underneath. Andreas says any 24-hour zombie session in program. Wow. We did a 24-hour live stream for the people that don't know. We did a 24-hour live stream. That was a it was a very interesting stream. 24 hours straight. We survived. We survived. Profit-wise was not our best day. I have to be honest here. But it was a beautiful experience. Some people stayed literally. I've seen people staying the whole time. That's the crazy part. I'm not sure if they really were there all the time, right? But I know from some, they were really, really supportive. So that was absolutely amazing. Daniel says, I remember it was a very slow day. Yes, very slow day indeed. Siux, are you in eurjpy? No, I wait for a 5-minute candle closure underneath. Why are you waiting for a closure? Every single time we come, we get bought up here. I just want to close underneath this zone. This is what I want to see. Then I can confirm that there is definitely some more weakness here. I like the volume. The volume is already decreasing. We have to take that into consideration here. In regards to gold, the Australian dollar, we have to be patient as well right now. We need to know what the dollar is up to. The EURGBP here is in my opinion the most interesting one right now from a higher time frame standpoint. This zone right here, tapped into that zone. Took out the liquidity, reverse, stepped into the zone. Break structure to the upside, change character to the downside. Coming back down right now at the moment.
Just want to see this coming down here. That's the only thing that we want to see right now. And breaking, closing underneath. Do you have risk management? Yes, definitely. We're gonna do a giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are almost there. At least I assume we are almost there. Yes, we are. 5,800. And 2 members in our community. Incredible. Thank you guys so much for the support. That's around that's like 50%. Sorry, that's a third of my subscribers. That's crazy. So the only thing that you need here in order to join the giveaway is follow me on Twitter. All right, I'm giving a lot of important updates also on Twitter. We're talking about this, sharing a lot of important stuff here. I'm gonna post 5,800 in our Discord. Let's celebrate limitless. Bam. Giveaway time. Like this video, or like this tweet, place a comment, follow me on Twitter, links in the description, and I'll pick somebody in a couple minutes. That would be fantastic. Okay, let's see what we're doing on 1 minute here. Very important right now. We are holding pretty well. That's why we're waiting for that closure. We came back up, we tapped into that zone. We tried to come back up here. 3 minutes, we got rejected again. There was a 3-minute zone here. We got rejected, still holding underneath that particular level. Let's see how we react here. Okay. Need to be a little bit patient. We just wait for a 5-minute candle closure. I think there is definitely more downside potential here. Do you ever use the EMAs? Yes, no. I did before. I stopped doing it. I just do not really need it for my. I could add on the EMAs. I could add on the RSI. I sometimes use the RSI, rarely, but I sometimes do it, just for, let's say, a seeking a divergence or something like that. When entering an area of supply or demand, I tend to sometimes do that, but overall, yeah, that's pretty much it. Not really much to be honest, in regards to particular setups and indicators and all of that stuff here. So just charts, lines, price action. The only indicator I use is pretty much what I told you guys, the Asian session range, and then of course the point of control. Point of control is very good. Tend to use this one a lot. The XY reversal in a 5-minute chart. Let's have a look. Okay, now we're getting there. It's becoming interesting again. Okay, coming in, amazing. Looking forward to have you here. We're gonna do a giveaway shortly. Hope you guys like the live trading here. Doing my best. Sometimes we have good days. Sometimes we have boring days. As long as we make profits at the end of the month. That's all that matters. What do you think about the US30? And the US 500. I think that there is more bearish momentum coming. But like I said, we're coming up right now. Wow, interesting. Look at that. That's why we were patient here. We opened bearish. I want to wait for this zone. I'm bearish overall, but we're not there yet. And this is what I was saying. Why? The VIX is breaking down. Exactly what I told you guys. The VIX right now is breaking. We need to see that reaction from the VIX first. Rapid account, my Forex Funds worth it or not? Yeah, well, it could be worth it. But why not then the evaluation phase, right? If you are a sustainable, profitable trader, then you can make that happen. Qualifies says, hey Lorenzo, do you think you will be more profitable if you traded less pairs using this strategy? So the main pairs I mainly trade though is Euro, British Pound, Australian dollar against US dollar, gold, and then sometimes, for example, these type of pairs here. But it's this is Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. What we did today, it's only for scalping, only for scalping. That's it. And then pairs like the Euro, British Pound, and so on and so on. Yeah. This comes sometimes into play as well. But overall, GJ, well, that's pretty much it. I tend to focus usually, especially when I trade the London session, mainly on the Euro pairs. Euro, Australian dollar, GU, EU, AU, gold. Usually. But when I trade with you guys, I tend to take more pairs in consideration. Yeah, but you get those specific tests to reach only a hit to 10% and you can make it non-consistent. Even better, I think. Okay. Yeah, it depends for everyone. It's completely different for everyone. So if you prefer this, the rapid, then you should do it. Then you should do it for sure. Gold is back at the zone. Very interesting. The VIX is almost coming. This is important. So the moment we tap into that zone for the VIX, this is the moment when we're going to see a reaction coming, potentially for the indices. So if this taps up and rebounds from here, you will see the indices dropping. So if it can come down a little bit more, so the US30 can come back up a little bit more, that would be absolutely amazing. Because I would love to see it coming towards the zone to then potentially look for a trade. That would be absolutely amazing. DJ says limitless, great name. Thank you, my brother. And film, yes. And film as well. Okay, back to the URL British pound here. So again, guys, I'm gonna close down the stream shortly. We have been streaming for 3.5 hours. I'm gonna look for a short here. I'm still interested in shorting it. The moment we break it and we close below it. That's it. We see a candle closure. Below it, I will enter here. I'm gonna put my stop loss above that area of supply. Okay, this is on the 5 minute. It's right here, by the way, this particular zone. And then I'll take it down. And I want to take at least this zone. The moment we break this, so the 0.88197, that's the moment when we go break even. So this is a stop loss on break even. Well, before we close down the stream, of course, we're gonna do the giveaway. Let's see what we have. Well, amazing. Okay. What are we going to give away? We're going to give away the magic keys, the best tool you can use to open trades. You can literally open in MT4, MT5. You can open a trade in a matter of seconds. When you're scalping with me on the 1 minute, for example, it can be very beneficial for you. Why? Because it works faster. You do not have to calculate your lot size. It opens it automatically. You can manage your trade accordingly, and you can just slide up and down to make sure that this is an instant change of your order at any given moment. Very beneficial. Definitely helped me a lot in regards to potential, management or trade management here. So we're gonna give away one right now. Let me set it up real quick. So the giveaway coming now. There we go. Ah, okay, this is not the one that didn't work. Didn't work. Okay. Who's ready for the giveaway? Let me know. We're gonna make it happen. Lily says, let's go. Gemini says, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, amazing. Let's get it going. Let's do it right now. Okay, we're gonna do it. Okay, the winner of the giveaway, the magic keys for today, is Curry 4K, my man. Congratulations, my friend. By the way, for the other people, we're gonna do this on a regular basis, so do not worry. We're doing this on a consistent basis right here. Okay? Congrats, send me a message. We're gonna make it happen for you as well. For other people that want to trade this particular setup, euro against the British pound, you know where to find it. Go to this particular move, wait for this break, If so, you know where to put your stop loss above. Underneath, stop loss on break even at 0.88197. This is what we're looking for. At the same time, we're looking for a 5-minute candle closure underneath. Right? Guys, thank you so much for this session today. It was absolutely amazing. I heard that XAUSD live, you can go there, enjoy. I'm gonna take a little break. We had a beautiful 3.5 hour stream. Hope you guys liked it. Let's close down with a banger with our favorite song as always. We're gonna say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Thank you for the stream. We made some money today. Tomorrow, new day, new stream, new trades, new education. Let's learn every single day. Let's crush this whole year. And let's make sure. You guys know, you guys know. Alright, see you in Discord. Ciao. Bye, 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 bye.